Hi, it's Marlo, and welcome to a makeup workshops video. Today is a public video for my audience, but it is also an assignment that I am handing in to my instructor. So on September 24th, 2024, wow, what a tongue twister, I took a makeup workshop in my workshop class at school. And who instructed the makeup workshop was a makeup artist by the name of Kyra. She does makeup stuff all over Alberta for film and TV. Pretty epic. She told the class about some of her previous experiences in the makeup industry and film and TV. One of the experiences she mentioned was, the experience kind of had like a message to it, which is, if you're doing makeup on a set, especially like gore makeup and stuff, actually just any makeup, talk to the people who are lighting the scene. From her experience on a set, she had like this like big expensive red blood floor prop thing that didn't show up at all because the scene was using red lighting, I think. So I think the idea behind it was she should have made it blue. I'm not a color theory person, so I might be remembering this wrong. The idea is she should have made the blood a different color than red, so it would have shown up on camera. It was really unfortunate to hear about this because like I quivered when I heard about it. Imagine being the one experiencing it. So that was a bit about Kyra's past experience. So Kyra walked through what each of her methods she uses for special effects makeup when it comes to gore. I'm not gonna be talking about all of them today, because frankly I knew a lot of the stuff she taught. Not all of it, so I'll mention the stuff I didn't know. More of like the long-lasting stuff I knew about because, and this is gonna sound like the dumbest, like kind of like the saddest reason to know. Wow, self-deprecation, am I right? I used to do cosplay. I needed longer lasting stuff, otherwise it would just kind of sweat off and wear off during like a hot, busy convention day. So I knew about some of the stuff that was more long lasting because of cosplaying as a kid, which is kind of funny. So some of the stuff I hadn't heard about was those kind of like pre-made cuts and like mostly cuts that were pre-made. There wasn't really any pre-made bruises because you can do that on your own with your makeup palette. They like blended into the skin with rubbing alcohol. It was pretty cool. And then she had us use like the Scar Wax putty. I had like never used or really heard of. I might have and just forgot, but honestly, I don't think I heard of Scar Wax, or at least not that in depth. Like heard of Scar Wax, but I never really knew what it was. So it was like pretty interesting to work with. It was very much temporary stuff over the more stuff that binds to your skin. But Scar Wax does seem like a good method of using, like a good method to use. It seemed interesting. It just seemed like any slight bump, for me at least, it seemed like if someone dumped it, you'd have to start all over, and that seemed like a pain in the ass, but I suppose that's what the makeup people are on set for, is fixing things and creating it and then fixing it when people fuck it up. And like the stuff I have already heard of are more stuff like your spirit gum, your Pros-Aide, your liquid latex. That's the kind of stuff I've heard of. I used a lot of liquid latex as a kid. I used a little bit of spirit gum. I've never used Pros-Aide, but I knew what it was, and I was not expecting us to use it in class, which we didn't, so yay. Pros-Aide's kind of like really intense from what I've heard. Like it sticks real good and it's real like work to get off, like even with the remover, which you obviously should be using remover if you're using Pros-Aide, or you're gonna fucking rip your skin off. As a class, we eventually got to put all our like instructional stuff into practical stuff, which is the part I was obviously most excited for. I'm a kinesthetic queen. On top of me enjoying practical learning, like putting things into practice, I also think it was just a very good thing to have in workshops, because that's to me what a workshop is. It's less instructional and more putting things into practice. There is instructional to it. You still do the instruction and then put it into practice. But I feel like some of the workshops we did kind of had a lacking in the practical putting it into practice element, which confuses me on why the class is called workshops, but you know, I'm not an expert, so I could be sorely mistaken on my analysis here. Just me reiterating here that I had heard of scar wax and stuff before, but I never used it because I needed stuff for more wear and tear in my cosplay adventure. I can't believe I'm talking about this in a something for film class. I want to talk about like the learning curve scar wax had in comparison to like the more heavy duty stuff. Scar wax, such a big learning curve, like just for like how much pressure you put on. I'm still not entirely sure like I got it down. I definitely don't because it was more in class. It took a lot of trial and error for me to be able to like get it correct. Like get it on the skin correctly and not have it look bad. I don't really know if it was harder for me or harder for other people. I did my special effects makeup on my classmate Ryan. Cool. I did like a little bullet wound. It was pretty cool, pretty awesome, pretty swag. I did ask for permission to have him in this video and he was like, go for it. Epic. Thank you, Ryan. And I looked up real life references and I kind of regret it. I kind of regret it because of the pictures I got. Thank fuck I was having like an okay day that day. Otherwise I would have just cried and left probably. Because I looked up bullet wound, real life or something. And holy, there's like these impact bullets that like, your face is like gone. I did not know Google would have those images on. It was scary. And eventually find a good reference that wasn't half the face missing, so that's pretty good, I guess. Took a lot of no face to find a little bullet wound. And you may see some other effects in the example video I show of like Ryan all covered in gore, but I'm pretty sure I only did the bullet wound. I might have done something else, but I don't remember what one I did. So like what other one I did. So I'm just gonna give all the other credit to my other classmate who was practicing on Ryan. Poor guy looks like he got in like a really bad fight. Although I'm not interested in just like the special effects makeup area, I am interested in the kind of art department area of expertise, and that will possibly be something I aim for to get paid for and for 4th year credit. So you know, art department's not my only interest, but it is something I'm good at, so I'm like, maybe something to look into as a career because I'm okay at it and not necessarily because I enjoy it, but I also do enjoy it. It's just I don't enjoy it as much as other things in film, but I'm not as good as those other things, so it's kind of hard to decide, you know? I'm very grateful Kyra gave like the whole class her contact in case I need to like reach out with anything like dire question wise. Also gave her a follow on Instagram where she sometimes posts like special effects makeup kind of things. Not all the time, but sometimes she does from the film set she works on, so that's pretty awesome. I had an amazing time in the SFX makeup workshop. I would say it's my favorite workshop, with my second favorite being trip to Edmonton to FAVA. Thank you, anonymous instructor, for watching, and thank you, audience, for watching. Audience, please, try not to kill each other while I'm gone. Bye!